everybody, how you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Gavin.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Petey.
Okay.
I'm Mimi.
I'm Joel.
I'm Grandpa.
I'm Aunt Becky.
And we're some of the Veggie Boys.
I guess.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, please consider subscribing because we can grow a lot of stuff here on the farm, but one thing we can't grow is this channel without your help. Welcome back, everyone. It's so nice to see you. We have got a beautiful morning on our hands, and would you believe it if I told you that it rained yesterday? Oh yeah. I'm checking really quick to see if Dad emptied out the rain gauge. Yeah, he emptied out the rain gauge, so I can't give you an exact number, but I will say the puddle is full. So we're pretty excited about that. We've received plenty of rain the past few days, and if you've been following along with the channel, you know that we've desperately needed rain. So the fact that we're getting the much needed rain that we are now, well, that makes us all very happy. But anyway, we're gonna get started with the day, and the first thing we're gonna do is get the farm market set up, and I'll get back with you once I'm finished. Daniel and I just got everything pulled out of the cooler, and now the farm market is all set up. You know, when I look at the farm market, it makes me laugh. There's much less here now as compared to harvest time. It takes a lot longer to set up during harvest time because we have more pallets that need to be brought out, and we just have more stuff in general. However, the time is coming where we're gonna be filling up this farm market again with fresh produce that we will be harvesting. I mean, we got tons of stuff planted. We'll be picking soon. What's going on out here?
Somebody's not taking care of their job. Filling up the plants. Now I have to do it.
Matt's on vacation for his anniversary. You can't be yelling at Matt when he's not here.
I can yell at him whenever I want. He watches the video.
Sounds good. Daniel is keeping Matt accountable even when he's not here of taking care of the plants. Down over the hill, the greenhouses are completely full with mums now. There's no vegetable plants or tomato plants inside. So a lot of what we have is up here in front of the farm market. And that means when we run out, well, we run out for good. We don't have any extras left over. Some things we've been out of for a long time, like zucchini and basil. Basil was really popular this year, but that's okay with us. It's getting later into the year and we don't need to be taking care of all these vegetable plants. Now, just because it's getting later into the year, it does not mean we haven't done any seeding in the germination greenhouse. I haven't taken you up there for a while and I've got something cool to show you. So what was so cool that I had to show you? Well, we have our next planting of cucurbits up here. That's our cucumbers, our pickling cucumbers, zucchini, and yellow squash. These were all seeded by hand because we can't use our air seeder for these, and they have done a really wonderful job at germinating. Something we're really happy with is our zucchini. They aren't ready to go into the field just yet, but as you can see, these plants look beautiful and they're developing a wonderful root base. Not only did I want to show you the cucurbits, but I also wanted to show you our next planting of tomatoes. We have a few different varieties of round. We have a variety called Rambler. We have a variety called Primo Red, and we have our Red Deuce tomatoes. Same thing with the cucurbits. We're really happy with the stand that we received through germination. And within the next few weeks, we'll really have to be concerned about getting these tomatoes into the soil. These are our final planting of tomatoes. We might try and squeeze in one more planting of cucurbits. We're not 100% sure yet. But the reason why we do these later plantings is so that we can have fresh, healthy produce through an extended period of time. When it comes to market farming, which is essentially what we do, the longer you can extend a harvest or the longer you can extend your harvest period, well, the more profits you'll receive. Now, we are at the mercy of the weather, as we've seen from all the smoke that we've dealt with and the dry weather that we've dealt with this year. However, whatever we can do to extend our harvest, we're gonna do. You face so many challenges when it comes to market farming, especially when you grow all of your crops yourselves. The challenges we faced over the years has been pretty numerous, but we've always seemed to overcome them and do a nice job raising our crops. And I think that's what a lot of our local customers have appreciated. They're able to see us plant the food that they're eating and harvest it later on.
So what I've been doing this morning is just walking around, picking up anything we have under the tables, just putting them on top, and filling in any spaces we need to fill in. The hard thing is we're running out of stuff. It's at the end of the year, so whatever I can find, I'm gonna use.
We are now all working our way down into the greenhouse. While we were setting up the farm market and working in front of the farm market, Dad got the animals all taken care of. And he said we needed to head down to the largest greenhouse so he can lay out what we're gonna be doing today.
Is that one just for that section over there?
Yep. Okay, let's do that section first. I love my diet green tea.
So what is going on today, boss?
We are laying out the drip line, running the drip line so that we can automatic water all the mums. So once everything's in place, it can be taken care of just simply with the computer. We got some corn to plant today. We got some rotary chopping to do today. We got feed delivery today. Got to go pick up seed corn at another farmer. Got to get some straw up here this morning.
And Dad forgot to mention we're also helping a local farmer out today by working up some ground, and we're also going to be helping them plant some corn. A lot to do today, and we got to get started. The first thing Daniel did was he pulled down the drip line. Now this is the same drip line that we use out in the fields. And you may have heard Dad mention in this greenhouse in particular, we can get everything set up for automatic watering using one of our computers. Now you've seen us use this many times. This is a time release fertilizer. It is pelleted, as you can see, and every single time you water, this allows fertilizer to creep down into the soil. Now we don't apply this before we water the first time because we don't want it to splash up and get on the leaves because that could burn the leaves, and it could also burn the roots if we water immediately after we put it on. It's such a concentrated dose of fertilizer right away for these young plants. It's something we don't want to do. So we don't wand water right away with these. We'll actually trickle water, which is why the drip irrigation is so important. If we just drip line all of this, we don't have to worry about the splashing and the burning of the leaves or the roots.
What we're doing right here is putting the water line in for the mums. If you look on the drip line, there is every 24 inches a mark where water will flow out of the line, and we have it set so that the water will go into the mum, giving the mum the water that it needs, but we're also putting the drip line on the mum in a way that we're able to pull the mum out as the mum grows.
We're trying to help Rhonda get all this stuff done in the greenhouse, so it'd take a lot longer for her to have to do it all by herself. So we take some time out of our day to come in here and help her get this done. This is like a one-time job. Once it is finished, we will not need to do it again for the year. So if we can get this done quickly, well, then everybody benefits. While we were working in the largest greenhouse, we just had a shipment show up. This is our feed delivery. So this is mostly calf feed and then some ingredients that we need for grinding other feeds, like chicken feed. Let's see, what do we have here? Yep, this is an ingredient for chicken feed. This is a concentrate. Very good, very good. See, this is nice. This is our calf feed. Oh, it smells good. I almost would take a bite. I'm not gonna, but I could. What do you think, Joel? Smells pretty delicious.
Looks good too.
Yeah. So we just got our shipment of calf feed in. We got some soybean meal and chicken concentrate. So we should be good on ingredients for a little bit. Purchasing in bulk like this saves us a lot of money. We don't have to pay for them to bag everything. And it's a lot cheaper. Well, that was exciting and a change of scenery. And now I gotta get back to putting more fertilizer in pots. Oh, I made a mess. Currently, I am still adding fertilizer to all of the mums. Dad and Joel are doing a very important job. They are putting all the mums into place. Joel had mentioned earlier on that you can see there's little indentations that tell you where the drip lines are. Here's a section of drip line. So Joel and my dad are going through and making sure that a pot is at each set of drippers. That way we can make sure we're efficient and that we're covering enough space.
Oh no! Oh no! Is this efficiency? Now we're efficient and cover the most amount of space.
That's why they work together as a team, to make sure that they're doing a good job. But yeah, if Joel and Dad's still working on that, I am still adding fertilizer. All of these pots over here, I'm gonna have to add fertilizer to. Doesn't that sound exciting? Not really. But anyway, Rhonda and Daniel are putting the drip lines into place. They are running them the entire length of the greenhouse. They're attaching them at the one end and then tying them off at the other. That way we can make sure we don't have any leaks and everything can run off the computers correctly. I just want to give you a little update because I think we're going to be here all morning. This is a pretty big job, but this is a job you only have to do once, and once you get it done right, well, then you can move on to something else.
Here we are, we set this up, we're watering all these mums.
All the way at the other side, we were hooked into the main line. I can show you how everything's dripping now. Here are the little indentations that we look for, and there's your drip. And that's into every single pot we have it dripping. And that's how we water all of these pots at the same time. We need 2 pots for right here. Water there, very good. And what's neat is we're not just watering this table and this table, but this whole right side of the greenhouse, starting from here on, is now being watered. I have applied fertilizer to everything all the way up to this point, and Joel is finishing off his job of getting everything moved into order and making sure all the drip lines are lined up correctly. I just got finished putting fertilizer into every one of the mum pots. It took a lot longer than expected, but we finally got it done. The boys were right behind me and getting all the pots into place, and now we're just making sure that every pot is getting enough water and all the drippers are lined up. We should be done here shortly, and that's pretty exciting because that means all the mums are done for the year. Everything down over the hill has already been fertilized and put into place. This was the last greenhouse that really needed the finishing touches, and it feels good. It feels good to just be about done. Now, we did have one issue that I'd like to mention. We were having a little bit of trouble with the pressure. So down on this end is where we have all of our water lines connecting in. You can see we have our pipe that runs the length, and then we have all the break-off points. We had too much pressure in these pipe and they were blowing in certain spots. So we just had to dial back the pressure, and that solved that big issue. But now that we have everything hooked up, we're gonna be able to water this entire greenhouse at the same time, which is a big help. It saves a lot of time for all of us, especially since it's all on the computers. We've had to move a few mum pots out because we didn't have enough room in the greenhouse. So we're gonna have to find somewhere to put them. We're not quite sure just where yet, but we'll find something. We always do. We're all done with the mums for now. We're gonna have to find out where we're gonna put those extras, but Dad asked me to come down around back to help him with the straw. He went and picked up some this morning from the barn just to make sure that we had plenty for the customers, and he said he had some on the truck that he wanted to put down here. Not sure for what animals he's gonna be giving it to, but I'll figure it out when he gets down here. What's up, buddy? You look so comfy. That's a beautiful calf right there. Good morning. Well, I say morning. It's almost lunchtime, but I guess it's still morning. Look at number 41 there. Ain't she pretty? Ah, now I see what the issue is. We have loose straw. Now, this is a problem.
I think we'll just push it in the skid loader bucket.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I think the girls are excited about it. We added a bale of straw to these outside nests as well. We're gonna take the rest of this stuff and push it into the skid steer loader bucket and just dump it in for the cattle.
Dump it right in the straw pile. So it can be mixed in the straw. You know what I mean?
Yep. it's mixed in with the sawdust, the next time we're bedding up, it'll go right in for the cattle. We just feel like that's the best option. Rather than dumping a giant clump somewhere, just mix it all up and bed it up next time. There's corn in here. Oh man, that was close. We had corn in our bin. We almost filled it up with calf feed and corn.
That one's empty, right?
Oh yeah, it's empty. Having these big totes is nice. We were able to unload our bag right into these two right here. And then when we start running low on feed, we can run these right out into barrels because these have slides underneath them. We now have our 1 bin of feed here in the shop, and the other bin is over by the calves. So now that we're all finished with that, we're gonna head up and get some lunch. Alrighty, what? He's making cup noodles? Looks good. It looks like we're having sandwiches for lunch, and then we also got some leftover pork barbecue. Looks good, sounds good. We're all done with lunch now, and we've got a few different jobs for the afternoon. One job we're already like half done with. We had a little bit of an issue with our corn planter where the tire blew on it. So the boys have been working on that. We also have to deliver some seed and pick up some seed, so we might be going for a ride in the truck. I'm not really sure. So Dad and I are gonna get started working on this tire, and then we're gonna get working on that seed. We've had a pretty busy afternoon running around all over the place. I took a quick ride to come and visit Joel and see how everything was going for him. How did mowing pastures go?
I'm halfway done, and I think it looks pretty good. Go take a look.
The pasture was looking nice, but we wanted to encourage some new grass to grow, so we came through with the mower since we got all this rain. The only thing I might do is run home and grab the little mower and clean up this stuff around the fence. We have a few spots where it's a little high, but besides that, everything's looking good. I got all finished with mowing, and then I made it back up into the farm market. We just got everything put away, and now we're closing up the farm market for the night. Let's see, we have made it up into the house. I don't know where everybody is, but we can get a sneak peek at what we're having for dinner tonight. Ooh, that looks good. That looks like rice and something else. Oh, I know what we're having. We're having teriyaki chicken for dinner. Let me just tell you, Lauren, she takes care of us. Oh yeah. Hey, how are you?
I want chicken.
You want chicken?
Yes.
This is what we like to do after a long day's work. We like to play with bubbles. Well, everyone, we are now at the dinner table, and everybody is getting ready to eat dinner. So you know what that means? This is where we're gonna end the video. I would like to thank everyone for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.